Hello and welcome to my channel, Budgeting with Allie, or welcome back if you've already watched some of my videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you'll be notified anytime I post. But yeah, so it's almost payday, which is great because you'll see why in a couple of minutes. But yeah, so it's almost payday, so I thought it was time to check in with my cash envelopes to see how that is going and to see, well, actually to show you guys where money has been gone, so that you know what's coming up and what I need to work on. So yeah, how has your months been going? I know August is almost over and September is almost here, which is shocking. But really exciting at the same time. Do you guys have any special plans for September, or is it back to school? Like, what's going on? And how are your budgets doing? Are you finding you're struggling, or are you looking forward to September and all the fun it brings? I don't know. Just let me know in the comments down below. So, first up is my giving envelope. And if you haven't watched my channel or any of my other cash envelope check-in videos, I do only do check-ins for every 2 weeks for my cash envelopes. If you want to see how my bill paying and if I spent any extra on anything other than cash envelopes, you're going to have to watch my end of month check-ins. Those are going to let you know what's going on with my debit account. Or my transaction logs. So yeah, just so you know and you're aware. So anyway, so for my giving, I did budget $120. I did give that $120 to my church, which means it is all gone and the cash envelope should be empty. So this is my giving cash envelope, and that is empty. So for restaurants, I budget right now I am budgeting $20 per paycheck, although that's going to go up in September to $30. And I didn't really have that much going on that meant I had to eat out, so I did spend $20 of it, which means I should have $20 left, and I forgot to do that in green. That seems to be a constant occurrence. So there's my restaurant. And there is my $20. So that's good. Hopefully by the time I get my first paycheck in September, I should be able to save $20 from my restaurant envelope, and I'll just put that towards my debt snowball probably. So for fun, I kind of already explained this, but every week I do budget $20. But this month it kind of got spent, or every paycheck, sorry. This kind of got spent already because I bought Mooseheads tickets and I put it on my card, because if I'm going to buy one right then it's better to just buy all 3 preseason game tickets, and not have to worry about getting charged extra fees or whatnot. So I just bought them all together. But between that and a book I bought at the beginning of the month just for pleasure reading, plus background check that I needed to get that I'm gonna take partially from my fund, and then the rest is just going to have to come from my buffer. So that does mean that my debt snowball is going to be a little less than what I was hoping, but it is what it is. I need to get the background check done for reasons, so it need to be done. So fun. That's empty because I didn't even bother stuffing it last time. For groceries, I mean, I'm doing well in the way that I budgeted $60. I didn't spend over the $60, So I'm even, but not what I wanted to do goal-wise. I did want to try and save $10 from every grocery thing. But, I mean, it's also good in a way because that means I'm budgeting what I need for groceries. I just wish I could maybe bring it down by like $10 or so, but it is what it is. So for my bus pass, technically I do budget the $78 in my monthly budget, but for cash envelopes I do set aside $40 per paycheck. And even though this month is a 3 paycheck month, I am only budgeting for a bus pass for 2 of those because of course in September I'm going to have 2 paychecks anyway, so I just didn't see the need to set aside $40 in my last paycheck of August. But the bus pass actually just comes to $78, which means I saved $2 whole. So bus. There's the toonie that was inside of it. And that'll be set aside and go into my change envelopes. So let's total this all up, shall we? Oops. That lid's already off. So that is $320. I spent $298, which means I have, oops, I'll use green. I am $22 under budget. So that is great. It's always good to be under budget. As you might have noticed, I forgot when I was doing this, like for some reason I was doing this for July's cash envelope stuffing or cash envelope budget check-in, and so I only did the 2 paychecks, and then I realized when I flipped it back over that I had written August instead, so I haven't had a chance to do the tables for paycheck number 3, but I will do that before I check in with for that 3rd paycheck. Alright, so cash envelope sinking funds. And if you didn't know already, for my sinking funds, I'm only ever going to have $250 in any one envelope, maximum. If the fund grows bigger than that, which a couple of them are going to likely, but most especially hockey, that's going to go into a special savings account that I already have open so that I don't, because I just don't feel comfortable having more than $250 in any sinking fund on hand. So now that we've got that spiel out of the way, do you guys have a strict limit on what you're willing to keep cash-wise in your house? Let me know, because I'd be interested to know that. So anyway, for gifts, I put in $25 last month. I spent last paycheck, I spent 0 of that, which means I am $25 under budget. And with my sinking funds, I do, what I do is basically the budgeted amount is going to be however much is actually in the fund. And if I do if I spend anything, then it'll go in this column, of course. And then the plus minus will reflect that. So I just thought you should be aware. So for vacation, I put aside $40. I spent 0. Also, you may be wondering why this is done in pencil, but if you watch any of my earlier check-ins, they were slightly messy, so I figured this was better than trying to do it how I originally tried to do it. So for MISC, I'm doing really well with this goal because my goal was to not spend any money for MISC, and so I'm not. I budgeted 20 and I'll add 10 to that for the next paycheck. I spent $0, and so I'm under by $20, although I forgot to do that in green, for subscriptions, which super excited. Disney Plus is coming out the same day in the States and Canada, which I'm really appreciative of. Because I was really not going to be happy camper having to wait, but I would have done it because it is what it is. So I set aside $40. I did not spend a thing, so I still have $40. And the good news about it coming out in November is that I will have enough to pay for the year subscription. But I'll probably end up doing it. I have the trial month or whatever they're offering, because they're probably going to offer something like that, and then I'll pay for it for a year, because I did the math, and at $8.99, which is Canada's rate per month, it was like something like $110 or something like that, whereas the $89.99, which I'm just going to round up to 90 because it's easier, per year would save me about $20. And I mean, it's not a huge savings, but it is a savings, and based on what they're saying is going to be available, I'm gonna like it. So I'm gonna keep Netflix until I decide that it's just not worth it anymore. So for hockey, I've set aside $100, which is awesome, and I spent nothing, so I still have $100. And that's going to take a lot of stress off me, because I don't play hockey. We have a local team that isn't AHL or NHL level, but they do sell season tickets. And so every year I get season tickets for the past, I think this is my 4th year, maybe 4th or 5th. And I always get them because it's something fun to do. I really enjoy it, and it makes budgeting a lot better. It makes it a lot easier to say no to things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside enough money for season tickets for the 2020 and 2021 season, because I've already paid for my 2019-2020 season tickets, because I set aside tax money specifically for that. And when I say tax money, I mean tax refund money. But for next year's season, I do want to try and save that money in advance rather than and put all my tax refund money to my debt. But anyway, so I'll be saving up for that, which is about $530-ish if they stick with the price that they have this year. And then playoff tickets are between $200 and $250. I mean, there's no guarantee, but I want to make sure I do have those funds set aside, so that's why I'm setting aside $50 per month. Although this month is a bit different because it is a 3-paycheck month, I am going to add $90 in the 3rd paycheck to that amount, just because it'll make sure that I meet my goal. So, anyway, totals. I have budgeted $225. I spent $0, which means I am under budget by $225. And if you need me to explain the whole budgeted side, and why these all equal the same. Also, I realized I didn't actually show you guys the money. I just kind of talked. Sounds about right. So we'll just go really quickly through that, because this video is starting to get a bit long. So for gifts, I should have $25. 25. So I do have $25. For vacation, I should have $40. Oh my goodness, this money is being difficult. 10, 20, 30, 40. For misc, I should have 20, 10, 20. Oh, sorry guys, I had to take my tripod there. For subscriptions, I should have 40, again, the 10s are being difficult. 10, 20, 30, 40. And finally, hockey. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So, there we go. All my cash is accounted for. And you can look for the the transaction log, which I'll be posting hopefully on Tuesday, barring if I can get it recorded in time. If not, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday before I get that up, just due to the holiday. But it should be up Tuesday. So, until next time. Oh, wait, I forgot to do my spiel. Can't forget that. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, hitting that bell icon, liking, and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate all of your support, and I'm at 62 and I'm getting really close to 100. Well, okay, I'm closer to 100 than I thought I would be. And when I do hit that 100 goal, I will be doing a giveaway. It'll probably be an electronic giveaway, just because I do live in Canada and shipping can be a bit crazy. So it would probably be better to just see about doing that. But I haven't really decided yet. So if you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, bye!